unfortunately, it's just like winning. It's if you get on a streak, sometimes they just pile up very easy. So we got to shift the mentality first and make sure that we do anything possible to stop this negative momentum. And I think the players are ready. I think that they understand that too. And the fact that we're at home, our stadium, in front of our fans, we feel pretty good that we're going to be able to do that.
And how's the health? I know we've had some players out. I don't know what the status is at the moment.
I mean, the health hasn't changed much, unfortunately, but it's a period of the season that we have to be careful, that we can't take any chances, because we don't want to prolong anyone's injury right now. I mean, at any point in time, but we don't want to take any chances this early in the season.
Hey, Coach, obviously the game on Mother's Day, there's going to be some well-deserved celebrations. Will your wife be at the match?
Unfortunately, she's out of town with the family.
Oh.
Hopefully, we can celebrate after the game with a nice victory.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good gift. Kind of shifting to thoughts about the league in general. You know, last year we saw the top 4 teams really pull away, even top 2 teams from the jump, I would say. Are you seeing a little bit more of that, kind of what we're used to, the parity of the league returning this year?
Yes, absolutely. I think that last year was just a little bit of an anomaly. Like we haven't had that happen in this league before, where the 4th team had more points than any other first team before, and it was very interesting season, where now we already see that it's not going to be like that. Maybe I would say at this point 12 out of 14 teams are very, very close to the line. So it's obvious that 2 games change a lot. You win 2 games and all of a sudden you're in the top 5. You lose 2 games, you can be in the bottom 5. So every game is important, and every game is a game. Every game it's hard, and to get 3 points it's going to take a lot.
And then just how important is this home match before you hit the road again for another long stand?
Yes, it's very important. I mean, we were looking forward to getting back home after 2 weeks on the road. I'm sure after 3 weeks in international break in between, it's going to feel like we haven't had a game at home for ages. But it's important to get back on track, to set us up well for success in the future games.
Anything else? Great. Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys.
Defender Izzy Rodriguez. Jillian, go ahead.
Hi, Izzy. How excited are you to be back at home for this particular match? Obviously, coming off of 2 matches that didn't go as planned, but how excited are you to get back home for tomorrow?
I think we're all super excited. I know that we think of this place as having a 12th man on the field because of all the fans. They're all super helpful, and it's just nice to have that momentum here. We have a lot of away games in the next couple games, so I think we're really going to embrace having that going on here and having that home stadium and the home crowd and everything.
And when we talk about, obviously, 2 matches, dropped points, tough battles, it wasn't ever a question of effort or anything like that. But, at this point, just how much is mentality so important, and who's the voices on the pitch that you hear the most in regard to staying on track and kind of bouncing back?
Yeah, I think we've really focused on making this week super competitive and focusing on those details and showing up some areas that we could kind of get a little bit better at. But it's just kind of keeping focused on the next game. We don't want to look too far in the past, and we'll learn from those games, and kind of a good thing to have it happen at a time where, we're still top of the table and we can learn from it, not at the end of the season when that's kind of where we want to be heading forward. But I think we're all just kind of talking to each other, lifting each other up, celebrating small tackles, and getting back to those basics that have kind of kept us going this far.
You made Team of the Month for April. I'm just curious, you've had a good start to the year. What do you think has gone well for you in the early part of the season?
Yeah, I think first of all, team performance is a huge thing. I think that uplifts everybody on the field. But I think just taking some chances in the attack for me have been really important, and getting a couple assists starting off the year. But it's truly just having a team around me to support me. It allows me to be the best player I can be on the field and uplift them too, hopefully as well.
I know towards the end of last season you weren't starting as much. I'm just curious, was there kind of that fire in the off season to maybe earn some playing time back?
For sure, and I think we have a really competitive roster all around. Anyone could start really any game, and I think you'll see that throughout the year, like a little bit last year too and this year. But I just know I have to be at my best because the people around me are also going to be at their best. So whenever I get the chance, I'm just going to put my best foot forward.
And then I guess Mother's Day tomorrow, will your mom be here, and how would you kind of celebrate that?
Yes, my mom is actually in town. She flew in Thursday night, so we've been going to a couple dinners, hanging out, and she'll be there tomorrow. I'm super excited to have her in the stands, and I think she likes being able to come out here and just spend mother-daughter time together. So it's going to be nice having her out there.
So you have to get a win tomorrow then, right?
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Everybody knows how good Kansas City Current is and can score, and has played tremendous defense for most of this season. How hard is it now that teams are like kind of bunkering in more, or playing much more defensively, trying to just to stop this team?
Yeah, we've touched on it before, but we can plan all we want for a game, but it seems every team has changed something before we go into the game. So it's really adapting on the field and trying to figure out those ways. But I think we got to do the things we're good at and take advantage when we get the moments in transition or we get those spaces in behind. But I think we're learning new ways as games go on, because teams are doing similar things that we have to adapt and have to connect well with each other and make that chemistry on the field at the time. But it's really just adapting to what the teams are doing and making those on-field decisions a little bit quicker.
Do you like those games when teams kind of bunker in? You get a little maybe more possession, or do you like the wide open back and forth?
It's a little bit of both. I think like you get a little bit of a sign of respect that they know you're really good, and that's going to be their way to stop you when they do bunker in. But obviously having sometimes the space in behind and those abilities when teams come press you, it shows a whole different play on the field. So it's a little bit of both. I like being on the ball, so sometimes when they do bunker back, I get on the ball a little bit more, but a little bit of both, because not as much running, I guess, back and forth when they bunker in.